Welcome to episode 2 of the Condog Show. Today we're going to be playing a little bit of Tlopo, Pirates Online. It's a childhood favorite game of mine. Let's go to Bilgewater. We are going to be doing some farming. And then I'm also going to talk about gym. So no anime today, just gym, and then we'll play some Tlopo. I think we'll finish at Pally, but we'll spend some time at Bilge first. And then, yeah, we'll end it at Pally, but for now we'll start at Bilge. I want to talk about, gym-wise, I would like to talk about arms. I have arms tomorrow. I have a rest day today. Today I just hit cardio and that's about it. And the rest is kind of chill. Helped my dad build a fence today, so that was kind of cool. But yeah. Arms. So tomorrow we are going to be hitting arms. I hit both biceps and triceps, for me, arms have been an extremely stubborn muscle group to grow. It has been very difficult for me to grow my arms, and I have gone through so many different iterations of different arm workouts, exercises, etc. And I think for me, my current way that I'm doing things has been the best that I've been able to get results from. So I'll tell you guys my split. So my split is a 5 days a week, so 5 on, 2 off. I start out with back, chest, rest, then I do arms, legs, and then shoulders, and then another rest day, and then repeat after that. And it has been nice because prior I would hit back and biceps, and I would hit back really hard, and at the end of my workouts I'd be gassed, I will not lie. My arms, they'd already be somewhat pumped from the back workout, because you do engage a bit of your biceps, but the issue is I was torched, man. I was absolutely torched. I would be like, oh, I'm gonna do a couple sets of this, couple sets of that, and I couldn't really get the full performance that my arms needed for proper growth and stimulus. And I, on top of that, had an arm day with shoulders, so I had arms and shoulders on one day, back and biceps on another day, and then chest and triceps. And I was just absolutely roached. And I was like, I thought, more is the answer, and I think for me it absolutely wasn't. And then 2, with my job, it was death. I work a very physically demanding job, so my arms were absolutely torched, bro. It was not okay, and they weren't getting any rest. They'd get absolutely wrecked and then had no time to recover, therefore 0 growth, which sucked. So I was like, I need to change things up. I just couldn't, I felt like I couldn't recover necessarily. And so what I did was basically, okay, I'm going to give everything a designated day, and I'm going to hit it as hard as I possibly can, and, I'll allow for rest. And so now, with my split, like I said, back, chest, rest, arms, legs, shoulders. And it has been incredible, dude. It has been so, so good. I love too, like with back, you kind of do hit your arms a little bit indirectly. And so it's been nice because I have back, then I have chest, and then I have a rest day, and then I have arms. And my arms are completely rested, ready to get destroyed on arm day. And I can go in there, hit a lot of those movements that are going to, give me some growth that I can progressively overload on and hit them as hard as I possibly can and actually perform in the gym well. Like my arms will perform well because they're well rested, go figure. But I feel like that is one thing I would definitely, like, if you're like, oh, my arms aren't growing, I need to do more, I need to do more, I need to do more, maybe just look at your split and be like, hey, are my arms like just weak? Do they feel like they aren't well rested? Do they feel super sore constantly? Like I love when I never had this issue with legs, right? Like I would go in, hit legs super hard, be able to progressively overload each week, and I was like, I am not getting the same results that I am with my arms. My arms were a super, and still are, kind of a struggling muscle group, but now with how I switched everything up, they have been growing at a significant rate, although, like, they've grown a small amount, but for me, it's like, in the small amount of time, dude, it's been the most growth that I've had in my arms in a really long time, which has been so promising. It was like an instant change, and so I was so happy to see that. But anyway, let's talk about my arm training and what exactly I do. I keep it very, very simple. I think with most of my days, I am doing simple exercises. That way, if I have to go to a different gym, if I have to go to wherever, I can basically do my workouts and perform great anywhere. It doesn't matter if I'm at a Planet Fitness or a freaking Venice Gold's gym, whatever. I'll have a great arm day, right? So I just use I usually start with just it's like the shorter barbell, it's not the easy bar, it's just the flat bar. And I do that, so I do the weighted little flat bar, like the mini barbell basically. And right now I'm curling, I do 3 sets with really heavy weight. I go up as much as I can. I do have warm-up sets in before, so I will, grab a super lightweight, really lightweight, like 20, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, and I'll do a set of 8 to 10, and then I'll go up to around maybe 60%, 70% of the kind of working set, and I'll do around 3 to 5. I'll get just below my working set, and I'll do about 2 to 3, and then I'll go into my working set, and we will hit at least, I would say around between that 5 to 8 rep range. Depends on if I'm going up in weight, because what I'll do is basically each week I look to add a rep, and once I hit 8, then I will add weight and then go to 5 reps and that's kind of how I progressively overload each week, so that I am seeing growth. And so we'll start with that. So hitting arms hard with kind of a more compound-ish movement. And then I will go to just normal dumbbell hammer curls, and we'll go relatively heavy, 45, 50 pound, and we'll do like I do one maybe little pump set in between that, so I'll do like super lightweight just to get the kind of like that motion with my arms, like get them like primed for that, and then we'll go into the working set because my arms are already ready, they're already warmed up, so I can kind of immediately jump into a heavier weight because they're already warmed up. But yeah, I'll go into hammer curls, and we'll do, I would say, it's more so to failure, I would say, but I kind of fail at about like that 6 to 8 rep range for me with the 45s or the 50s, like around there. And we'll do that for 3 sets, sometimes less depending, like if I'm going up and I'm really hitting the arms hard, 2 to 3 sets, I would say. And then after that, we go to a lighter weight, and this kind of varies, so it changes kind of from week to week, but sometimes I'll do the sitting curls, so I will grab the dumbbells, I will set a bench on a kind of an incline, a little higher up, but basically I'm laying back in the bench and I'm letting my arms kind of go behind my back and allowing that stretch. So when I'm at the bottom of the movement, my arms are like stretched out, absolutely stretched out. And what we want to do here is lighter weight, but really focusing on the top of the movement and the bottom of the movement. So at the top, we're really concentrating. And another good tip for the first exercise that I was talking about, when you're at the top with that kind of dumbbell or barbell curl, excuse me, when you're at the top, almost squeeze your elbows inward. You'll feel such a squeeze in your biceps. So when you're at the top and when you're going, even when you're going up, it's like you almost want to bring your elbows, like you want to touch your elbows together. When you're at the top of the movement and the barbell is like up to your like shoulders basically, and you're squeezing, put your elbows together almost. But as I was saying before, going back to the seated dumbbell curls, at the bottom of the movement, a really good stretch, and almost 3 to 5 seconds of going down. So as you go down with the movement, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you're stretching, and then as you come up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can feel the contraction. You can feel that squeeze in your biceps. And so that is one that I do, and we'll do about like 3 sets, and I kind of keep the reps high for this. I go to failure, but it's around like that 12 to 15, I would say, because we are at a lighter weight. But yeah, we'll do that. And then another good one that I really have been getting into is I go to the preacher curl machine, like the kind of the seated preacher curl area, and I'll do one arm and I'll grab a barbell and almost sit to the side and do that same motion. So super slow, super concentrated, big stretch at the bottom, and at the very top, a good squeeze. And so that is the 3 main bicep movements that I do. And now let's get into triceps. I keep it super simple with triceps as well. Our first exercise for me, I like to get my elbows warm. I notice that like I can't just jump into a skull crusher immediately. I want my elbows to have a bit of blood in them before I just jump into that. Also, I start with biceps. I used to start with triceps, but I think starting with biceps also kind of helped with that as well. Just feeling lubrication in the elbow area for me with triceps is a big deal. I have gotten a little bit of elbow pain from tricep exercises in the past, so I've kind of learned what is best for me in regards to that. So I start with the cable push downs with the triceps. I just use a flat bar, so just a flat bar. They'll be at every gym, and I hope your gym has cables of some kind. Planet Fitness has them, and they have flat bars as well. So you should be able to find it anywhere. But yeah, a cable push down with the flat bar and super slow. I think one thing is keeping your shoulders in that same position, your elbows in the same position. There's no movement, no deviation, no nothing, and super concentrated, super slow on the way up, and super slow on the way down. And when you're at that down position, wait a second and squeeze and feel that squeeze in your triceps, especially in your left or whatever muscle that or whatever side that is not dominant. Make sure you're getting that squeeze. I feel like it's so easy to kind of be like, oh, I'm moving the weight. We're moving big weight. You can move a lot of weight. I feel like with the cable push downs, and I really think slow down the movement, slow it down, and I feel like it's going to be a lot harder. So super slow, like again that 5-second rule, like you're at the top, you have the bar basically at your neck or wherever, like at your forehead, almost like you're doing a skull crusher kind of, or like kind of in that like just above your nipple line or just below, and 5 seconds of going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze those triceps at the bottom, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and feel the stretch in your tricep at the top. Best advice I can give you with triceps. That is such a good exercise, and I do warm-ups, so kind of similar to the arms. Like I was saying, start with a super lightweight, higher reps, go into that like 60-70% of your working set, and do a couple reps, and then just below or the working set weight, 1-2 reps, and then going to my working sets. And then from there, I do skull crushers, and we've kind of been progressively overloading on that. My triceps are now warmed up, ready to rip. I then go to the skull crushers. I do around 3 sets of 6 to 8, and yeah, go to failure. I think one thing with the skull crushers, I kind of almost keep them so instead of being straight over my head, I almost put it at an angle towards the back of my head, um, like there's no resting. So when I come down, I feel a really good stretch at the bottom, and then when I'm going up, I'm not able to like basically hold it over like you are like with your bench, like, and it's just over your head or over your chest, and you can kind of like rest it there. Your muscles aren't super, obviously they're going to be engaged, but not as much, and it's almost like a rest for a sec. With the skull crushers, I almost keep it out in front of me over my head, um, like kind of when it's down, it's almost behind my head basically, and then when I'm up on the movement, it's kind of similar in that sense. It's kind of past my head, so to speak, and for me, it keeps that tricep engaged and makes the movement a little more difficult. Another big takeaway from skull crushers: squeeze. Squeeze at the top. Feel your tricep working at the top of that movement. For a long time, I was kind of just moving the weight and wasn't engaging my tricep. Like, obviously, you're kind of engaging your triceps in the movement, but I wasn't super focused on that mind muscle connection. So make sure you're doing that. And then at the end, I finish off my triceps with I forget what it is, but it's like samurai. Um, cable pull downs basically. So I grab 2 cables and I have my arms crossed, and then I pull them down and engage my triceps at the bottom of the movement. So I'm grabbing the cable and pulling it, and my arm is fully extended, and I am squeezing my tricep. And I almost pull it down to like where my hips are. So I pull it in kind of that like X position. Like imagine you have 2 swords hilted on the back of your on your back, and you are like pulling those out, and at the bottom of the movement you're squeezing your triceps. And that, such a good squeeze. Again, really slow, really feeling the stretch, really feeling the squeeze, kind of that 5-second rule again that I was talking about. But a great finisher. And then I hit a little bit of forearms and abs at the end of my arm day, and then also a little bit of cardio, 15 minutes of cardio. My job is very demanding, so I do hit quite a bit of cardio throughout the day. You know, I would say the average day I'm walking around at least 5 miles, and I'm carrying a lot of weight. So I still add a little bit of cardio just depending on the day, because I do not want to obliterate myself. But yeah, a little bit of cardio, and then the forearms and abs at the end. And when I do abs on arm days, I'll add a bit of dips. So I'll do my set of, like, there's this little like kind of machine that you can like sit in, and it has like a little dip area, and then it has like a pull-up area, and then there's like, you can put your elbows in these little pads and hold on to these little bars and then do like ab crunches basically. What I'll do is I'll hang off the pull-up area, I'll do my kind of hanging ab crunches basically, where I stick my legs out and I squeeze my core, and then after a set I'll do dips. So another little bit of, oh dang, 3 skulls, let's go. Another bit of triceps kind of at the end there. I squeeze that in as well. But yeah, that's basically the arm day. Down below in the comments, tell me kind of what you hit for arms. What do you do for your arm day? Do you struggle with arms, or is it something that's super easy for you to grow? For me, it's been such a tough one, but I feel like I finally cracked the code. If you have any questions in regards to arms or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section below. I love you guys lots. Super excited. I really like talking and talking about gym and stuff while I'm doing Pirates. Maybe I'll have some videos where I talk about like what I'm doing in game, and then a little bit about gym as well, but I kind of just wanted to focus on gym today. But yeah, love you guys lots. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.